here with my girl, Beth Gantz, and she's been very nice and very cool to be my first guest on my lovely podcast.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be your first guest.
Alrighty, Beth. Well, just to let the audience know, I did give Beth some questions in advance because that's the only way I could bribe her to get on my podcast. You know, she obviously she don't trust her sister, but whatever. You know,
I just wanted to be prepared.
you want to be prepared.
Yeah.
Alrighty then, let's be prepared.
Okay.
Question number one liner in 110 characters. Tell me who you are. Tell us.
I am a hand-painted needlepoint designer. So I have a needlepoint design company for beginners. I also am involved with an organization called Bad Girl Ventures.
Oh, okay. Okay, Bad Girls Ventures. Okay, is that some kind of gang affiliation or?
That is an organization for female entrepreneurs. We are an educational and lending organization. So we help women build a business plan over a 9-week course.
Okay, all right. Don't sound too thuggish. You know, I mean, to be titled Bad Girls, I mean, it's kind of...
Well, Bad Girls means you're strong, you're independent, you're bold, you go after your dreams.
Okay, like Beyonce. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, then, in 110 characters, tell me what Beth is all about.
Well, I've been trying to continue to grow my business, but also I am passionate about helping other people. I'm helping other people follow their dreams. So that's... Yeah.
Why you want to do that? You know, that's time consuming, right?
It's not time consuming. It's so much fun. It's so much fun to help people when they maybe aren't sure, you know, if they have it or not. And just, you know, if you don't try, you never know.
Okay.
So I love when someone has passion for something and they go for it.
Okay. That's a good answer. Nice answer you can put on OkCupid or Match.com. Okay. Let's see. What's the next question I got for you? I'm so professional, aren't I? Okay. You did mention about Bad Girl Ventures. Is there any other kind of charities or other organizations that you have known affiliations with, or are they kind of illegal right now that you can't be publicly?
No, I don't do anything illegal, well, that people know about. But I have been involved with the Junior League of Cleveland.
Okay.
I've been involved with Prevent Blindness.
Okay.
I worked with the Global Cleveland Initiative for a while. I have worked over the years with homeless in homeless shelters and food banks. So.
Okay. All right.
But education is my passion. Educating others is my passion.
Okay. Can you enlighten us why is that so? Why you're so?
Well, my grandfather always said, "No one can take away your education."
Okay.
So I believe the more knowledge you have, the further you'll go in life. And it doesn't always have to mean you go to college, although I think that's very important. I think it's just learning about the world is so important, and learning if you're, learning about how to start a business, learning about social issues, things like that. It's just the more knowledge you have, the more power you have. My grandpa always said, no one can ever take away your education.
Okay. Did he get a chance to travel the world, or is this because of he wasn't able to?
No, he did. He was in World War II. He traveled the world. He, worked his way up through life, and he always had a desire to learn more and do more, and it was instilled into my mother and uncle, and it was instilled into me and my brother.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, with your travels, what's some of the lessons that you got from your own traveling the world, whether it's actually leaving your hometown or going to some exotic place or even going downtown across the street?
That there are so many different types of people and that we should embrace everybody. And there's always something you can learn from other cultures, other age groups, that everyone has a story. I know that's, thrown around in the media a lot or on Facebook a lot and in quotes and stuff, but it's really true. I've met some very fascinating people along the way, and just to see how other people live and what they value is really had an impact on me. and that I'm really insignificant at the end of the day.
Oh,
You
I
know,
wouldn't go that
well, no,
far.
I mean, there's so many people in the world, and we're all in different places, and it just, no one's better than anybody else.
Okay.
So,
I got you. So you saying I can't really judge somebody like I want
right.
to.
I don't judge anybody or where they come from or what they have or, where they live. We don't know people's circumstances, but you can also learn a lot from anybody you meet along the way.
No, I agree. I definitely agree. There's lessons to be learned in anything. All you have to do is just leave your house sometime.
That's right. All
You
you have
know.
to do is your house. It can be, your neighbor or it
Yeah.
could be someone in another country. So all
Yeah.
you have to do is get out there and explore.
Yeah. I think this is
So,
good we talking because I think I like to judge people. It's just fun. That's just my personal taste. Just judge. Just it's so
well, I
liberating.
mean, sometimes I don't know if I judge as much as I do a double take sometimes, but I try not to. I try.
Okay, all right. Lesson number one for my people that's listening to this silly podcast: don't judge. It's not fair. It might be fun, but it's not fair.
Sure.
And
Yes.
lesson number two:
Yes.
you can learn from anybody.
You can learn from anybody.
Okay, all righty. All
Be
right.
open to new experiences.
Open to new experiences. Okay,
Yes.
okay. All right. And let's go. Let's just do. Let's backstep a little bit back to Backers Ventures. What's one thing? Because if you're from Cleveland, people have heard of BGV, but what's one thing that people don't know about BGV, the charity that you help out a lot?
Sure. So one of the things that we provide to our finalists are other funding opportunities. We provide funding to one winner at the end of each 9-week session, but we also connect them throughout this time to other opportunities. And over the 3 years, our finalists have been awarded over $700,000 in funding to help start and grow their businesses. So that's really exciting for us that not only are we helping them, but that the community is helping them, whether it's through other lending organizations, private donations, other contests that they've won. So that's really, really great for us to see that not only can we help, but the community has embraced them.
So it's unfair to say that, oh, if you're not that number one winner, oh well, sucks for you. And so even if
No,
you're not the declare, champion for that's fall session or spring session, there's still opportunities or waits for
there's
you.
absolutely, there's still so much opportunity. And what I love that what's happening in Cleveland is we're embracing that entrepreneurial spirit. And there are so many organizations and people that want to help. They want to help, bring small businesses to Cleveland to help grow the city.
Mm-hmm.
So, and help keep dollars in the city. So
Okay.
it's an exciting time in the entrepreneurial world in Cleveland.
Yeah, I do have to agree. Definitely the entrepreneurial spirit is what definitely have kept me in the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice that all the organizations support each other and work together, and we all offer a little something different.
Hmm.
But at the end of the day, we're still trying to help people start.
Yeah,
Their,
and that's really good that is not. I mean, there's competitiveness, but in a good way. But it's not
right.
too much where you can just read to tell one group hates the other group kind of thing. It's like you have to choose, which really
Right. No.
sucks for the entrepreneur because you at this time is the stage you really need all the help you can get, kind of thing.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, that's enough about these charities. We don't want to talk about them no more. Okay. So we're gonna move on. Okay. It's all about you now. Okay.
Oh, wow.
It's
I
all
don't know.
about Beth Gantz, ladies and gentlemen. So, Beth, tell us a little bit of your story. Tell us if you don't mind sharing. What's one of the, well, it could be a past or recent like setbacks you might have. If you don't mind sharing some of the lessons you gained from that setback.
Sure. So I had always wanted to open a retail store, a needlepoint store, actually. It's kind of weird. My dollhouse had a needlepoint store in it. So I'd always wanted one, and I did that. Right before I turned 30, I bought a store from a family friend, and I closed it in 2011
Mm-hmm.
due to the economy, really. But
Okay.
it was also, I was exhausted. Retail's really tough. And so I don't know if it's so much a setback, but I had to decide at that time where I wanted to go next. I had developed my current business while I had my store. And so
Mm-hmm.
I still have that business. But I've done different things in the last few years to decide, is this still really for me? Do I still want to be an entrepreneur, or do I want
Yeah.
to go back to what I call the real world,
Yeah. The
um,
real job, like
the
as my
real job?
mom
So
says.
I learned a ton of lessons from opening a store and everything, and so it's more what I thought I'd always wanted to do,
Mm-hmm.
which was own a retail store, ended, and I've had to find my dream again. So,
Okay.
and I'm slowly getting there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in a way, it's like you pretty much outgrew your passion in a way, or your definition of what your passion was supposed to
Yes.
look like. You
Yes,
know.
I did.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So that was really hard for you to like let go that definition.
Yes, it was very hard for me because I sort of felt like, well, what do I do now?
Yeah.
This was my dream and I'm not doing it anymore. What do I do? So I've had to let go of that and say, well, there's more opportunity. There's so much more out there for me. And I just have to go find it and explore and take chances. And I'll find that passion again. And I have started another organization with a friend called Cleveland Craft Connection, because really at the end of the day, my passion is to help people like me, people who want to start a business but don't know where to go, didn't have the help. I just knew how to do needlepoint. I didn't know anything about accounting,
Mm-hmm.
marketing, all of that stuff. And
Yeah.
so I want to do that. That's why I'm involved with Bad Girl Ventures. I want to
Mm-hmm.
help like-minded, women like me or men who have a passion and want to follow it. So, I've always been in education. In my former life, I'd like to say I worked in higher education. And
Mm-hmm.
I think in some way I'll always continue to be in education, whether I'm
Okay.
a coach, I'm running the classes, whatever. But I'm still trying to find that next step in life while
Yeah.
I run my business.
Yeah.
So, and I'm even reinventing my business at this time. So, what I learned along the way is that you can't plan anything. You just have to get up every day and go and see what happens.
Yeah. Like you said, you love needlepoints as a child, and you pretty much was holding on a child's dream. And like children, everything grows up. I know me myself, I grew up wanting to be a painter, being some type of artist,
Hmm.
but just as there's many days where you can find me at home, sketching in my sketchbooks or painting on top of my father's paintings. You found me on in front of my in my front yard trying to sell my old toys and
Yeah.
putting a sign up for for $1, but saying no refunds. So it yeah, and there was a point for me. It was a little bit difficult because as I went to school to be an artist and to be a painter, but you
Oh,
know, but then when I went to school, finished, get the degree, started doing it as a profession, realized I'm not really crazy about this right now. So
yeah.
you have to ask yourself questions. It's like, okay, what's next? Did I waste time, or am I anything less than if I don't pursue this? Because a lot of times this is like an identity.
It
You're
is.
known for something. You
Well,
know,
my store was my baby. It really was. And also, my hobby turned into my business. And I don't know if that's always a good idea. Some
yeah,
people say, do what you love and you'll make money. Sure. But if that ever ends, it's sometimes hard for me to even be in another needlepoint store because I miss my store so much.
yeah,
So, sometimes I don't pick up needlepoint and stitch as much as I should because it's just hard sometimes. So sometimes I'm even sick of it. So I don't want to have anything to do with it.
yeah,
And so, I think you should be passionate about what you do, but I don't know if your hobby should always turn into your dream business,
yeah,
right? I mean, or like you went to school for painting and now you're like, well, I don't know if I want to do that anymore. And that's okay too, though. But it is your identity. It's hard
yeah.
when that stops.
You came to the crossroads and realized, okay, something got to give. The store is not my sole attention right now.
Right.
What kind of help you? What or who helped you to once you made the decision to keep that decision? Because that's a commitment. It's one thing to one day say, okay, I'm going to let the store go, I'm going to move on to next thing or the next goal or whatever. But what are some of the things that help you to move forward?
Well, I know you want me to say something profound, but really it's paying rent. Like, I don't want to go back to paying rent every month. And so if you have a bad month at your store and you can't pay rent, it's really hard. That's
True,
not very
true. That
profound.
is profound. You have
I don't
no
have,
idea. That is
yeah, I don't have
profound.
a lease anymore. So I think though, knowing that I did it and I tried it, and I can always say that this was something I wanted to do and I did it, but I
Hmm.
don't need to keep doing it, you
Okay.
know? And I drive around all the time and I'll see an empty storefront and go, oh my gosh, that'd make an awesome store. But that's what gets me through just having that fun, thinking about what the window would look like while I'm at a stoplight or something like that. That
Hmm.
gets me going with the excitement of maybe retail, but I'd never want to be in retail again. For me, I'm not saying it's a bad thing for everyone. For me, I
Okay.
don't want to own a store again.
Okay.
So, um,
Okay.
but I'm so glad that I did it.
Hmm. It's not like it's a failure,
No, no,
Is
no.
you
You
definitely
could
have victories because you had a dream, you worked
have,
your butt off to do it. For you to have a retail store, you had to get the business plan, get the finances. You had to grow as a person, but grow as an entrepreneur.
right?
To get it up and running. Um, what and you're just closing this chapter and moving on to the next chapter. If someone was listening to our conversation now, that you want them to take from it, because you said not every passion have to be a business, but it's good to be passionate. Um, it was some knucklehead that was listening. What would you want that knucklehead to remember and to even apply to their own situation? They might not be trying to start a business, but
Sure,
there might be some other chapter they have to
right.
embark upon. What do you want that? What lesson would that be?
I think having faith, and it doesn't, you don't, whatever your faith is, it doesn't have to be to, a higher being or whatever it
Mm-hmm.
is, but just faith every day that you can get up and start again. Every day is a new day, and just keep that faith
Mm-hmm.
that you have the ability to do whatever you set out to do. And
Okay.
it's hard, but that's what I've learned through all this. And what keeps me going is I have faith that I'm where I'm supposed to be, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm just continuing on the journey.
Okay. So having faith, definitely having perseverance.
Perseverance, yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And
Okay.
you're stronger than you think. You're
Okay.
stronger than you think.
Okay. Okay.
So that was
So
a couple lessons.
yeah, that was. I
All
mean,
right.
that stuff you could have sold. Why are you just giving that
I
stuff out for free?
let's see.
Okay, so you're a businesswoman, right? That you're very rational. You got stuff to do.
Yes,
Okay, time is money, money is time, kind of
yes,
thing. But you make sure that you go about serving different charities in the Cleveland area. You mentioned a couple of them earlier in the podcast. Um, I know that you're on the supporting team of Bad Girls Ventures. So, but why? I mean, you could have just give a check, or
right.
you could just donate a few hours and be done with it, and be like, I'm cool. I got business because you running the Cleveland Connection or Cleveland Craft Connection, and you got your own Beth Gates design needlepoints and stuff like that. Consignment stores, taking your inventory. I mean, why commit? Why give up more additional time, whether it's for pay or even for volunteer? Because honestly, in the nonprofit sector or even in the public sector, people don't get that well paid. There's other jobs that would give you way amount of money for your time. So what have really won you over with Bad Girls Ventures and the other charities that really get you to commit?
Well, just the opportunity to help other people, really, no matter what the charity is. Um, I have more than some people, and some people have more than me. But it doesn't matter how much you have in your bank account or whatever. It's about helping your fellow man, I guess.
Hmm.
And for me, Bad Girl, I was so passionate about it because there wasn't anything like this. There wasn't even an incubator program for me to go through, and I just want to support an organization that's was developed to help female entrepreneurs
Hmm.
so that people don't make the same mistakes I did.
Yeah.
And so maybe they can learn from me. Maybe I can stand up at a class and say, hey, look for this in your lease because I made that mistake and it cost me a lot of money. Stuff like that. So just the opportunity to give back the things I've learned along the way and
Okay.
to meet people who are passionate and have a dream they want to fulfill.
Okay.
So for that's how I feel about Bad Girl Ventures. So
Okay. So you want to lessen the blow of
uh,
some of the trials in these entrepreneurial journeys, or
well, I guess, and to let them know, you're not the first one to go through this, and that it's okay to be overwhelmed sometimes, or it's okay to be excited about your wins, and you're going to have failures along the way, and that's okay too. And
mm-hmm.
there are people here to support you through that, and
Okay.
that we're it's it's a fun journey, but it's a hard journey, and I
Yeah.
want them to know I understand it, and I want to support them along the way.
Okay. Okay.
So.
And I was curious. I was wondering, and if you don't have an answer for this, I understand or whatever. Um, with your journey, with whether it be BGV or the I'm sorry, such an old person. Um, something was the Blind Society
Oh,
or
prevent blindness or
Prevent Blindness or on that particular organization? Is there a particular client for either one of those charities or another charity that really stood out to you that is really memorable, whether it's their own victory or something that really encouraged you or even sparked some type of change within yourself, you know?
sure. So one reason I was involved with prevent blindness, and I'm no longer involved, but not that I don't want to be. Just time. But my uncle is blind, so I
Mm-hmm.
grew up with someone who was blind in my household, and so I'm very passionate about that cause and everything. But I think for Bad Girl, there's not necessarily one particular person that has stood out. It's all of them. It's watching them on their journey. It's watching them, reinvent themselves along the way, and and watching at the end of the 9 weeks, it's so fulfilling to see how far they've come.
Okay.
So that's for me what it's been about.
Okay. All right. So you enjoyed the growth. You really
I
enjoy,
enjoy the growth. I
yeah,
enjoy the
seeing the
growth.
growth
Yeah, because
firsthand.
there's so much that you come in with an idea, and you leave with like a lot of knowledge, but maybe your idea has changed, or at least it's grown, or maybe you weren't ready to launch when you walked in, and the day you leave, you've opened your business, and so
Yeah.
it's exciting. It's
Yeah.
exciting to see, and then
Yeah.
it's exciting to watch them along the way with the press that they get, or you know they open storefronts, or they've launched a service-based business, and so it's really nice. It's really nice
Okay.
to see. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. I do have to agree. I got a chance to attend the fall class, what's it, last year. So I really did get a chance to see a lot of my fellow classmates, just really growing, even myself, just,
I've even watched you grow.
oh, you so sweet.
I have.
Oh,
Uh, yeah.
oh, that check gonna get sent to you. Just
Yeah.
don't cash it this week. Wait next week. Okay. Just ignore the date.
I know
Just
you're a
wait
small
next week.
business owner. We don't have any money,
Yeah,
so
yeah. And don't go to the bank. Go
I'm
to the corner store.
okay.
But yeah, you definitely see a lot of people growing. Really, you could tell something just a light bulb just got turned on, and they
Yes.
just go for it, kind of thing. Either you get scared, and then you just get to a point you're like, I don't care, and just go
Right.
for it, kind of thing.
Just go for it,
You try
right?
to do
Yeah.
something, and you definitely have some obstacles, and you just like F it. Okay, get out my way, and you just like bulldoze it. Can you share light on that? Share light on your F it moment where you said F this,
And I just didn't do it, or I just said I'll do it the way I want to
Yeah, either way. Yeah, you
every
just,
single day.
yeah, every single day.
Yeah,
Okay.
you have to just go for it. Like if you don't, you have to trust your gut when you're in business. And sometimes you have to do it the way you want it. You want it. And I'm not saying in a bad way, but like, you gather people's advice, but at the end of the day, do what feels right to you. Because
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
And you may not always be right, but at least you did it on your terms.
Okay. Okay. All right. You hear that, people? Beth Gantz said, "Tell everybody to F it." No, no,
No,
seriously.
no,
No, no, no. She says, no. Just push through.
push through.
They're gonna be like, let's say 50% times two that you're gonna be wrong.
That's right. That's right.
But there's
I do
that
something
slight
wrong
chance
every day.
you
I
might
do
be right.
something
But that's
wrong.
okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
That's
It's
okay,
okay.
because that's how you're gonna learn, kind of thing.
That's
And
right.
it's cool. It's not like you're a cold-hearted business person, because you
No,
make sure you stay, you giving
yeah,
time and your
no.
heart to people to make sure they grow. So yeah,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, it doesn't mean I'm doing something like deceitful or something. I'm just,
yeah,
you know,
not like me, because I'm pretty deceitful. I mean, I have to be. I'm
that's what I
like,
hear.
I'm short. Everybody's taller than me. Everybody get stuff before I do. I have to be deceitful. I
You
have
have to
to.
be,
I have to. I'm sorry. I'm
yeah,
sorry. You tall people get on my nerves sometimes, but
yeah.
whatever. Um. Okay. We're gonna start ending the podcast soon. So
I'm
what? What? I'm just saying. You tall people. Sometimes life sucks for
not
us
that
short people.
tall. Sometimes life sucks.
Okay. I'm just saying. But anyway. So what would you tell your 17-year-old self?
Oh yeah, I would tell her not to worry so much.
Okay.
That you just have to get up and go again.
Mm-hmm.
Like get up and tomorrow's a new day, and that don't worry, and you can't control anything.
Okay. Okay.
But you can't control anything.
You sure?
Oh, well, so far I haven't been able to.
I'm
So.
just saying. I got some ropes in the car.
Yeah,
I'm just playing. No. Okay. You can't control
yeah.
anything. Well,
And
not
I shouldn't
by
say control.
legal.
It's not where you think you're going to be isn't necessarily where you're going to end up. Where
Okay.
I thought I'd be at 38 isn't where I am, but that's okay. But at 17, I would have thought, oh my gosh, and I would have been worrying about it, but I
Okay.
can't. Don't worry.
Don't worry. Okay.
Yeah. Try
Okay.
not to worry.
Okay. Don't worry about it. Just say F it and just go for it. Okay.
Just go
Gotcha.
for it. Just get
Okay.
up and start over again.
All right. The 60-year-old Beth. What do you want her to be proud of the current Beth?
I want her to be proud of the fact that she lived life the way she wanted to,
Mm-hmm.
and that she went after her dreams, and that she had a lot of laughs along the way, and that there were a lot of ups and downs, but so far it's been a good journey, because hopefully the 80-year-old self will tell me something. So
Oh, okay. Okay.
hopefully it doesn't end at 60.
Okay.
So,
No, I didn't say the 60-year-old that
no,
about to
I know.
die or
Yeah.
croak.
Hopefully, that it's been a journey,
Mm-hmm.
but and it hasn't always been easy, but
Okay.
I have good stories, that's for sure.
Okay. Okay. Well, we can share it now. We still got
Huh?
some time. Okay.
Oh, that's
And
off. So.
okay. And then the final question for you is, what are you going to stop doing today and start doing today?
So I have really, actually, this is interesting to ask that, because I've been trying to do this. I'm going to
Okay.
stop putting so much pressure on myself to know where I'm going to be in 6 months, a year,
Mm-hmm.
and just sort of, let it ride. And then what I'm going to start doing today is having more me time. So as a
Okay.
small business owner, you tend to work, I could work all the time,
Yeah.
all the time. And so I have started playing golf again, which has been great, but to continue to build in more me time and
Mm-hmm.
explore those things that I do like to do.
Okay.
that I put on hold while I owned my store.
Okay.
Mhm.
So more me time. So relax and chill. So that's going back to the
Relaxing.
17-year-old.
Yeah.
Just relax, stop worrying about crap,
Yeah. Yeah. It's very easy to get wrapped up in your business and lose you.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
kind of thing.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
So I'm going to hold you up to it. So this
Okay.
time tomorrow, I'll have my tweets out. Say, are you worrying about what you're going to do tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm already worried about what I'm going to do this weekend. I'm already pressuring myself to go have me time. So clearly, I'm not doing a very good job of this, but I'm trying.
Okay. Well, yeah. So definitely hang out with friends and family. That
Yeah,
they definitely help more me time. They definitely
more
bring
me.
out the more me time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Okay. And one more thing, I did lie.
Okay.
Final question for those that um want to do have something different in their lives, whether they help out a charity or they help out some kind of social cause, or they want to have some kind of impact in their world. Not maybe not the world, but in their world. It might be just extension of their family or even across the street.
Right.
What would you suggest for them to do? Because they might say, "Well, I don't have time because I got a 40-hour job, or I have two jobs, a night shift. They don't have the time or the resources or even the money to they can write a check and just give to a charity." How can they start to have that kind of positive change within themselves and also for people that they influence or they're connected to?
Sure. So it could be as simple as helping, if you have an elderly neighbor, taking their trash out for them. I mean, it doesn't have to be something where you commit to an organization once a week and this is what I'm doing, or to your church or your place of worship or something like that. It can be as simple as helping someone across the street. You see someone, maybe they have a broken leg and they're trying to carry all these bags or something like that. That's how you can start. And you can also, I mean, I don't have time to volunteer once a week, so I find opportunities where it's, when I can give back. And so that's one reason I give back to friends who are trying to start businesses or whatever it may be. But it doesn't have to be all or nothing.
Okay.
It can just start small.
Okay.
And that's how you can build that into your life.
Okay.
So.
All right. I appreciate that. That's some good advice because I'm glad you mentioned that because starting on Monday, that's when my trash comes. So if you could come around 8:45, 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I'll be
that
right
from my garbage can to my garbage chute because I hate walking down the hall to that chute. Yeah. And
I'll make a mental note of that.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone. This is the lovely Beth Gantz. I pronounce it right, or did I butcher it again?
It's a Beth Gantz.
Okay, Beth Gantz.
Yeah.
And let's give her a great, huge applause for showing up to my lovely podcast that I have not yet named.
No, we're going to name that. That's going to be my volunteer project.
All righty.
Well, great. Thanks, Helen. I had a lot of fun.
I had awesome time with you, too. Thank you so much for your time.
Okay.